when we look at some of those pieces on top of the iceberg and see that underneath there is separation, there is the wound of separation that is perhaps at the center of the polycrisis of our times, and that causes us to get stuck in a stress response. It's often I turn to play as a way to help move the emotions, as a way to help us come out of the stress response and back into connection. And I'm going to talk a bit about why play is one of my favorite tools to use. But first, I want to build a little bit on the why of getting our feelings and emotions back online. I have been really digging into the work of Gordon Neufeld, who's a developmental psychologist with 50 years of experience studying humans stuck in the stress response. And what he has come to see is that when we are in the panic zone, so we are so stretched from our comfort zone, we are no longer in that learning space, we are in this fight, flight, freeze, fawn response, our feelings disappear. And there is also a stress response that isn't necessarily a panic zone, but it is a heightened state. Sometimes the stress response is natural, but at the same time, the feelings are supposed to bounce back when we have safety to feel again. But when feelings don't bounce back, and because there are not enough sanctuaries in relationship in our lives to feel, or there isn't enough time because we're working so much, or because the dominant culture has told us that emotions just get in the way and reason is the most important form of intelligence, then feelings disappear and we get stuck. And the impact is that our performance might go up in work. We can be more productive, just go, 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 go. However, we become more disconnected in general from feelings of care, longing, responsibility, remorse, dependence, alarm, futility, having mixed feelings, body sensations, intuition, feeling connected to the whole, a part of a great mystery. In fact, so many people live dissociated from all of that and have numbness. And this is one of our biggest issues, because when we don't feel things, we lose our attachment to others, which is the core of what motivates us to care for each other, to care for ourselves, and to care for our world, and to think about how we untangle ourselves and reimagine a regenerative, sustainable life for our 7 generations to come. Care and attachment are so connected. And because we are wired for attachment, we are wired for togetherness as our preeminent need, this loss of feeling can ripple out in anxiety and depression and addiction and seeking, chasing, feeling isolation, and altering or concealing ourselves in pursuit of belonging, love, and significance. You know, people used to think that emotions got in the way, actually, that they really weren't that important. But now we know that our emotions are the workhorses of our brain, that we don't think our way through problems, we feel our way through, because the wired into the emotional intelligence of our system is to bridge the gap of separation. Our emotions are hardwired to try to solve the most threatening problem of all, separation, because we can't survive alone. None of us. It's so evident in a young child. The most just fearful thing is getting lost, is not being around their parents, because it results in a real life threat. So with all of this need to bring our emotions back online, well, this is where play can come in, because play creates an emotional playground where feelings can come out and be there. Dance, theater, story, writing, visual arts, music. This is the space where our emotions can play, because play is a state of activated rest, where the emotions don't need to work very hard and the feelings can bounce back. Plato said that play can make even sadness feel safe and feel sweet, and this is some of the ways that I have come to find play in my practice in learning clowning. And at a personal level, dance is one of my playgrounds, but clowning is really teaching me how I can have all my emotions and also hold the sweetness of life. And it's giving me so much more access to the full authenticity of what is happening within me. I use play also in my partnership. We have a play collective, and it's adults who get together just to be silly and do nothing but play, and it's been deeply therapeutic. And in our work at Bloom, we use play a lot with teams who are trying to build trust, maintain trust, or rebuild trust after fracture. And it's powerful